So you've been grinding in Chicago, you get this opportunity, and now it brought you to LA, and you live in LA.
Yes.
What's LA like?
Man, when I first moved there, it was difficult for me. I think, I was so used to getting the top calls in Chicago and playing with the best people, and then I kind of, for some reason, I thought I was at the bottom of the totem pole upon moving to a new city, or that I needed to adopt that kind of mentality, which is just not true at all. I don't think, I have a gig, I'm already leagues ahead if we're measuring in, comparing. We try not to ever do that. But I thought that I needed to do a bunch of the bullshit, that I needed to, go off on social media all the time and, be like, oh, LA musician, all that. And it's like, there's a lot of that vapid stuff out there, of course, but there are some really talented musicians and people out there who are working their asses off. It's a little different. I'd say the biggest difference is that out there, and one of the reasons I'm there is out there, if you're in the studio, you really never know who could walk in at any given moment. I work at a bar, recording studio, hotel, and Slash was there the other day with Sting doing a photo shoot, and I don't expect to play with those artists or perform with those artists, but say they sit down at the bar with me, I make them a drink, we get to talking, we have a good time. They say, yo, come up to my house after this. That stuff, I would say, happens. It definitely happens in Chicago, no question. But I think the odds of getting picked up or having some sort of major break are a little bit higher out there, for sure. And it is. It's weird. It's really weird. And a lot of it, like I said, is bogus and doesn't matter, But those kinds of connections, people to people, he's kind of got to be physically present for some of them, So
what are the people like out there? What's the vibe?
Yeah, well, it's really laid back. Stuff. Autumn, my girlfriend, calls it the city that sleeps, which is really funny. So there's not really a late night scene. It's definitely, stuff kind of closes down at midnight, 1. Obviously, there are the warehouse parties if you want to go to those till whatever hours. But for the most part, it's my whole lifestyle has kind of shifted. I used to be nocturnal, dude. I know that. I used to wake up at 3 p.m. or whatever and go to bed at whatever hour. But out there, man, I'm waking up at 8. We keep the windows open year round. I have a patio. I cook a lot, mostly because I can't afford to go out because food and drink is so expensive out there. But that's not true. We go out and enjoy ourselves. But I'm cooking. I'm eating a little bit healthier. I'm drinking a lot less, and that's sort of the vibe, man. It's you can't drink as much, literally, because you have to drive everywhere. That's a major part of it. But yeah, I don't know. I find myself getting up when the sun is up and enjoying the outdoors a little bit more. So, but the people, there's 20 million people in LA County, so you can get whatever you want. But I will say everyone I've met has been really cool and has made me feel welcome. And the way I look at it is there's room for everyone out there. Okay. So very American in that way, if you know what I mean. So.
Nice. What area?
I live in Highland Park, which is a neighborhood here in Chicago, of course, but or a town, I guess. Technically a town out here, right?
Is it a town?
It's a village.
It's right outside.
Suburb.
Yeah,
but Highland Park is eastern Los Angeles on the border with Pasadena. So it's a super awesome Mexican part of town. The street tacos. If you're ever in LA, call me, and I will make sure you're going to the right ones.
Nice.
Yeah.